Workout this morning felt good. Good to go.
Clippers, 7 of them out, 7 new players in. Is it similar to last week in New York, just having to adjust?
Well, I think you never want to play a team their first game together because of there's just kind of an excitement and adrenaline to that that I think you see all the time. So we know we're going to have to be very good. This is a good team, a well-coached team, and the pieces they got, good players. Obviously Zubac, we've seen Shamit as a young player in Philly, and then I think the Temple Green pickups are huge. Those guys are winning players. They add value to winning, and so we're gonna have to be very good. And I think Doc's great because he sets up his team for success in how he draws things up. But they also play a very free-flowing game with read and react with some simple calls that those guys probably know, and they know as part of the scouting. I'm sure playing against them, but also just a lot of NBA teams run some of those actions because we all try to run the runs that are hard to guard.
Coach, you talk about the first game and the excitement with some new players. Any stories that you remember or just instances during your time here?
I think you always remember that, but you always get a little bit of a lift from those guys because everybody cheers a little bit louder for them. They're new and they know that they've been moved. Their life's kind of been at least twisted here, and so there's plenty of them, but I won't go into them right now. We don't have all night.
I talked over this morning about just when you make the kind of changes they did, and you got so many young guys, trying to get them to understand the culture of your team. You've been through that a little bit as far as having young guys on free trying to integrate them into the culture. As a coach, what's the biggest challenge to getting young guys to understand what you as an organization are about as coach responsibility?
Well, I think that's something that it's important. It's more important who all's in the locker room together, right? I mean, I think that we can all talk about cultures and traditions and all that other stuff, but it's really the people in the room that carry those on. And so I think that ultimately, just as like new guys or younger players coming into the league, it's everybody working hard together to make sure that we all play well together, we all are all together, etc. And I think Doc's great at that. I think they've got young players that seem to be very, seem to be like that. And then they've got a couple of older players that I think have that reputation around the league as far as, team first and do all the little things that it takes to be successful.
Were there any additional takeaways from Thursday night?
No, I mean, the biggest thing was, obviously, it's heartbreaking when you have a chance to win that last possession and the ball bounces their way. But like I said after the game, the ball deserved to bounce their way. We gave up 93 points in the last 30 minutes. And some of that's great shot making. And hats off to them for that. They have to make the shots, but we didn't do a very good job. And, we're going to have to defend at a better level tonight to have a chance to win.
Coach, late changeover here from the hockey game. Did that throw off the routine a little bit, you guys?
I think that these guys have played enough games in their lives, and the bus has been late, whatever the case may be. So, no, we always talk about you want to have a routine, you want to take advantage of that, but at the same time, sometimes that gets thrown off, and you just have to show up and be ready to go. A lot of our guys came by early this morning or earlier in the day and shot and did their typical shooting routine at our facility, and then we did our typical film and walkthrough. We just did it in our family room instead of on the court. Well, I look up to both of them, and I'm not in their league, so I'm fifth by a long shot. Should be. I mean, I think that both those guys are tremendous. Doc's been great to me since I've gotten here. We've done some stuff together here in Boston and have always stayed in touch. And then obviously Tommy, it's great to have Tommy back in the building.
Thanks. Great. Thanks.